The motion to review the disbursement of 500 billion naira Development Bank of Nigeria loan to the 6 geopolitical zones resurfaced in the Senate last Wednesday, with lawmakers resolving that the matter be reinvestigated.
Let me start by sharing the sentiment as expressed by the movers of this motion, who, with the statistics he has given to us in this motion, shows that his own region, that is the Northeast, where it comes from, has been shortchanged by these figures he has shown in this motion. But Mr. President, the institution that is involved here is a reputable institution. It's an institution that have laws, rules, and principles that is guiding their day-to-day activities. That if Senator Ali Ndume felt so bad about this, that let's go ahead and set up another ad hoc committee to give it a second look, and looking at all these criteria that has been set or put in place by this development bank, and see if the region or all the regions in this country has been given a fair hearing in terms of access to this loan.
Efforts to bring back the controversial motion by sponsor Ali Ndume suffered a setback last Wednesday as the Senate President Godswill Akpabio stood it down and advised the sponsor to represent it.
And with the further explanation that the bank in question is owned by various international agencies, including the IFC, and it's not a wholly owned Nigerian bank. So it's business. They may want to set their own criteria. And so the criteria for the states that are outside Lagos may not be able to meet the criteria. And somebody also said that they were very interested in the collateral. And so if the collateral is located where they feel they cannot reach, if there was a breach, they may not accept. But still, I think we should look into the issue. Why I think we should look into the issue is that there may be recommendations here that can help us in future. At the end, when there's a review or even the report that has been available now by the clerk of the Senate, the report of the former ad hoc committee that was set up.
Ali Ndume had queried the rationale behind the stepping down, noting that the fund was unevenly shared among states. But during Wednesday's plenary, Senator Ali Ndume raised the motion once again, prompting a divided debate on the matter.
They have what they call participating financial institutions, that is microfinance banks. So far, the bank is using about 64 of them, out of which 60 are in Lagos. 4 only are spread around the other 35 states in the country. And I want to also tell my colleagues that the other developmental finance institutions that they call DFI include Bank of Industry, Bank of Agriculture, Nigerian Export Finance and Import Bank, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, National Economic Reconstruction Fund, Nigerian Infrastructure Development Bank, and NISA. And I want to tell my colleagues that the ownership of the Developmental Bank, Development Bank of Nigeria specifically, is owned by 60% of it is owned by the federal government of Nigeria. That gives us the power to not only oversight, but also to have a strong say in how the institution discharges its responsibilities.
While some lawmakers insisted that the disbursement was not favorable to some regions, others reminded them that the loan had criteria to be met.
But it depends on the amount you've been able. If you raise 1 billion naira, only 1 billion counterpart will be given for you to be able to access that facility. So this was the reason, and Lagos was able to give that. In fact, the area we are supposed to look at now is the criteria. But as I'm talking to you, 66% of these funds have been paid back. And the bank is only basing their criteria on the basis that you'll be able to repay this loan so that it will be an evolving loan. So this is basically the issue.
According to them, the requirements were not met by some geopolitical zones. However, the Senate therefore resolved to take another look at the matter and report back in 4 weeks.